and welcome to Up the Villa podcast. If you are new to our channel, subscribe, drop this video a like and get involved in the comment section down below. Pre-season done and dusted. Aston Villa go through it unbeaten. And yeah, let's just get ready for the main event now. Really looking forward to it. I think we'll get into the game in a minute against Rennes. But the starting lineup was interesting. Martinez, Cash, Konsak, Carlos, the two centre-back pairing, Luca Dean, Kamara McGinn, Louise, Bailey, Coutinho and Watkins. Read into that lineup what you like, but I would say it was pretty close to our full strength. We've got Ings, Irabunan, Young, Feeney, Ramsey and Archer on the bench. Ramsey on the bench was an interesting one as well. So he started Douglas Luiz, Mings, Chambers was sort of playing in the friendly that must have happened on Friday. So that's interesting. Buendia not in the sort of squad as well. So I would say any player that looks like they're going to be starting against Bournemouth would have been in and around the Rennes squad. That is just my opinion on it. I just think if you're not, then it looks like you're going to be sort of on the bench for it, because I think we saw Bailey against United absolutely lit it up. His form continued against Rennes, so I think he's pretty much a starter for Bournemouth. So I think you've got to look into this lineup and think that majority of it is going to be in and around Bournemouth's. But Villa fans, let me know what you guys think at home. On to the game against Rennes then. What did I make of it? I thought it was okay. I thought we played okay. We didn't really set it alight, did we? We weren't bang at it, should we say. I thought it was a little bit patchy, little bit, I'm not going to say ponderous, but I'm going to say patchy. My word for that game is patchy in parts. I thought we did all right at times. Then I think other times I thought, no, lost the ball there. Should be doing better in that area. You know, it was just that decision-making for me at times. I think Rennes started the game really well. And what I would say about Rennes is I thought they pressed very, very well in that game. I thought we continued to try and play it out from the back and we were put under pressure. I think I've no problem with us playing out from the back, because I think if you play out from the back well, in that certain moment, you'll be able to break free and you've got the numbers and you're driving. But I think at times we were just put under pressure. Rennes opened the scoring from a short corner. We just weren't on it, were we? We weren't marking on the short corner. They had the sort of player on us from the start and they scored. It was poor defending. So, again, we switched off. It was easy and we don't really want to be seeing that sort of marking in the Premier League. And then we sort of bounced back quite nicely. It was a good flick from Watkins. Found Luca Dean. Brilliant balling. Leon Bailey continue his fine form in pre-season. And for me, two of the best players on the pitch in a Villa shirt today were Luca Dean and Leon Bailey. I thought Luca Dean was looking to whip the ball in all the time. I thought attacking-wise, it was really good. I think at times, positionally, we could get caught. So I'd like us to just work on Luca Dean's positioning, that he's not too far forward, because we saw last season that we was out of position quite a little bit at times. But, you know, I've picked Luca Dean to have a standout season for Villa. I've picked him to be our player of the season. So going forward, really, really good. We saw another whipped-in ball that fell to Watkins, and it just wasn't clinical enough, was he? And let me just get on to Watkins then. So what I would say about this game is I don't want Watkins to be going into the season as the scapegoat of the season, because there's no Tyrone Mings. I don't want it to be, let's just pile in on Ollie Watkins. Because I did think there was a couple of things that he did quite good in that game. I thought there was one moment in the second half when he was driving into the box. That's sort of the Ollie Watkins that I like. You know, when he's driving into the box and he's trying to take on the player, but he does look short of a bit of confidence, and he looks short on that clinical edge. There was a moment in that game where it fell to him at the edge of the box, and it just needs him to just hit it, just smack it, take the chance. And, you know, as a clinical striker, that's what you would do, and he didn't do it. So I was a little bit disappointed on that. He did have sort of that glancing header that he didn't get on target as well. But, you know, I'm sort of just, I'm not writing Watkins off at all because it's pre-season. And, you know, if Watkins scores on his debut, then, you know, all this means nothing because he scored against Bournemouth on his debut and he's up and running. And Watkins, I think if Watkins gets one goal on his debut, it will just flow. Do you know what I mean? So I don't want everyone to just get on his back straight away because I think we've just got to roll with it now, and we've just got to see what happens going into the season. And if he's out of form, then we'll have to go with Danny Ings or maybe hopefully Archer's going to be in and around the squad. But I hope we don't just lay into him too much and just go for him, because that's not what I want to see us do. So I'm fully going to give Watkins a chance, and hopefully he can find some form, and hopefully he can hit the ground running in the Premier League. And yeah, just hit it running, because I just don't want to get on his back, and I don't want it to be like just because Mings isn't in the side, we can all pile on Ollie Watkins. So that's what I just hope we can just stick with him, give him a shot, and let's see what we can do. Because if everyone gets on his back, then he's going to have no confidence, is he? So, but my other little observation on it is Jesus for Arsenal has played, I think he's played 5 games and scored 6 goals. So you can see that he's going into that season bang in form, Jesus for Arsenal. So let's just hope he can hit the ground running. Second half, we sort of saw like a Bailey sort of ran through and had a bit of a shot. It was a massive save from Martinez. We ring the changes. We saw Ings, Ramsey, Augustinson, Bailey came off, McGinn came off, and Cash came off. We also saw Archer come on as well for Ollie Watkins. So yeah, I just thought it was like a good run out. It was like, but it just wasn't a great performance. It just felt like it was just lacking something. Was it because it was the last game and they've got their eye on next week? I don't know. But I just thought I'd like to have seen us a little bit more dynamic. I thought that's what I sort of wanted to go from it. It's nice to see Critchley there, you know, sitting there with Gerrard. But all in all, decent run out, unbeaten. We go into it now. We start our preparation against Bournemouth. And yeah, there's not really much to say about it, is there really? It's just a bit flat, bit ponderous, bit patchy. And we can all just look forward to Bournemouth now. I think it's going to be interesting to see, for me, who's centre-back partnering, who plays in behind. I'm guessing it's going to be Watkins. Is Cameron Archer going to be sticking around? That is also going to be interesting. And also on the way to work today, I saw Rory Wilson. So that was quite interesting, seeing Wilson. So all in all, decent. Villa fans, let me know what you think. Final pre-season game. Stay tuned. We have a monster episode coming out on Monday. And we are collabing with BT Sport. But just keep that one quiet because I'm not really allowed to say anything until Monday. So I'll let you know what's happening. So thank you all for watching. We've got through pre-season. Hopefully I've entertained you. That is what I'm here for. Transfer hubs have been great. There's some of the quizzes, some of the history ones that I did. But the real deal starts now. After Monday's episode, we are in full season tunnel vision, steamroller mode to get them 3 points at Bournemouth and kick off our Premier League season. So let's be confident. Up the Villa.